I want you guys to give me one surprise team in the NFL for 2024. We already said teams that won't make it, like the Cowboys. And what was your team, Fernando? You said the Dolphins.
Dolphins.
One team that didn't make the playoffs last year that's going to make it this year. And SI has been asking me to do predictions because the schedule's going to come out, and I'm getting a little out there. And let me give you a few names, at least in the NFC, Fernando. The Commanders are on my radar. The Bears are on my radar. And here's the biggest surprise of teams that are on my radar: the Arizona Cardinals. With Marvin Harrison Jr., I think they might make from last to, not first, but last to wild card contender. So give me, I gave you three right there, and I'll pick one for sure. I'll
they don't
say
have a quarterback.
Yeah, I know you don't like Kyler Murray, but I'll just say this: Kyler Murray, he's not the worst quarterback. He's not the best, but he's somewhere in the top 12, top 15. And you give him Marvin Harrison Jr. And I was really impressed with the play calling of Drew Petzing, the offensive coordinator. You got James Conner. You drafted Trey Benson, the Florida State kid. The offensive line is pretty good. So, Dan, are you still wearing your sweatpants? Because if you are, jump on and stop talking, okay? Because you haven't been on in a couple of weeks. But this is the surprise team / curse team, and I'm not picking them just yet to make the playoffs. But the Arizona Cardinals are on my radar. It could be 9 wins, it could be 10 wins, but I like the coaching. Dan, the Hogs, Paris Johnson Jr. at left tackle. They signed Jonah Williams for right tackle. The interior is pretty good. The more I look at the roster, the more I like the coaching too. Marvin Harrison Jr. Hey, nobody saw the Rams making that jump. Dan's boy, Matt LaFleur, and Jordan Love in the Packers. Nobody saw that. Well, I guess Victor did, but nobody saw the Packers. Nobody saw the Texans. Fernando had the Buccaneers. But every freaking year, there's a surprise team that, you're an idiot for picking that team that goes to the playoffs. So give me a couple, guys.
Okay, here. I'm going to go first, Fernando. Here. I'm going to give you the Tennessee Titans. And, they're a last place team. We've seen the same thing with the AFC South, as I've talked about. One of the things that I did like about the Tennessee Titans is that they went and they hired a coach that they knew that they wanted in Brian Callahan. I really like what they've done with Brian Callahan. They've surrounded Will Levis with weapons all around. So that's one of the first things. Their defense has been good and solid for what you're getting. It's hard to go into Nashville and come out with the win. So that's another thing that I really like about Tennessee. And then lastly, one of the things that I've always checked for was whether a team who spends actually makes the playoffs. Over the last 5 years, the team that spent the most money in the offseason has improved by 3 wins or more. And 2 of them made the playoffs 2 years. One of them was the Jaguars, and the other one was, I think, the Chargers the year before that. So if you spend money, if you go out and spend the most money in the offseason, that usually means that you're going to make the playoffs. So for me, my surprise team will be the Tennessee Titans.
All right. I like it. That's a good one. They were really bad last year, so I like it. Fernando?
Well, you picked like 7 teams.
I'm going with the Cardinals because somebody didn't think I was crazy here. Thank you, Mark, for that.
Yes. And here, let me give you other names here. Angel Salcedo says the Chargers. Dennis says the Bears. Mincy says the Chargers. Joe Morley says the Falcons.
I'm going to go with Delbert.
Delbert, Minnesota.
Raiders.
I'm going to go with the Minnesota
Vikings.
I like their offense. I think that SDSU quarterback Kevin O'Connell. I think O'Connell's a good coach. I think he knows how to scheme up offenses. I think whether it's Sam Darnold or JJ McCarthy, I think he'll be able to win some games. I think they're tough. I think I'm interested to see what Brian Flores' defense is going to look like. But I think the Minnesota Vikings are going to be my surprise team that makes the playoffs. I think I know obviously Green Bay is very tough. Chicago, I have questions about their quarterback. And then obviously, who the hell else is that in that division? The Lions. I think the Lions take a step back next season, especially with them just paying.
The Lions might be the best team in the NFC.
They just paid Jared Goff.
I like the Packers winning that division.
I actually like the Packers a little more than that, but like at the same as what Vic just said. But I think the Minnesota Vikings are going to be a team that might surprise some folks this offseason. So yeah, I'm going to go with them. So yeah, I just some of the other ones that you guys are. I mean, shoot, you know what? Can I change mine? I like somebody better.
Sure, I gave you 3 names, so go ahead.
No. I'm gonna I take mine back. The Indianapolis Colts. I really like the Colts going into this year. I think the Colts were
they were a 4th down away from making the playoffs.
I don't give a crap. Everybody expects the Houston Texans now to win that division, to be the team and everything. I think the Colts defense.
I'm with you, Fernando. I'm with you on there.
Think the Colts improved that defense. I think they got better on offense. Now, can your guy AR5 actually do something? Or is he going to get jammed up and not being able to be that quarterback? So I'm going to go with the Colts. I really like the Colts. I think our guy Shane Steichen is a top-notch guy. So I definitely am excited to have them or to see what the Colts do. But I'm going to go with the Colts. So, but yeah, that's mine. So Vic has the Tennessee Titans. Gilbert, I just think that one's just going to be really tough. Shut up, Joe. Is that who you're going with?
No, that's not who he went with.
Hey, a lot of us picked the Panthers to make the playoffs last year.
Huh?
A lot of us picked the Panthers to make the playoffs last year. So that shows what
I was one of them. I had them winning that division.
I didn't pick the Panthers to win shit.
Yes.
No, hell no.
Real quick to Mimsy's point here, she says, but can the Cardinals defense stop anyone? I am worried. It's a surprise team. I didn't think it all the way through, but the defense is a little suspect. I'll give you that, Mimsy.
Gilbert, you're putting your hopes and prayers on Kyler Murray. Like the guy watches
Marvin Harrison Jr. I don't know. They kind of remind me of the Rams. You got one stud wide receiver to make things work, and it could be Marvin. And then honestly, I'm high on Jonathan Gannon. He was very, with the crap that he had last year of a roster, he was very competitive. That makes it feel like when you add more talent, and they drafted Darius Robinson in the 1st round, they drafted a couple corners. I think the defense is going to be a problem, but I think the offense could be nice. And I know I'm going down the limb here, but last year I chose the Packers to win the NFC North. That didn't happen, but they made the playoffs. So I got to give myself some kind of credit for being cursed here, apparently. So I know some stuff. Dan, get the hell off the comments and jump on the show. What the hell are you doing?
He's a busy guy.
2-week vacation, my ass.
By the way,
well, guys, I'm gonna be out on the field so late. I'm so tired. Yes. I gotta wear my sweatpants all day.
Thank you. Oh, Dennis, I can't put it up there, but yes, I agree.